Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the Wolves versus Manchester United preview, the last game of the year. Joining me today is the main man himself, Tom. How are you?
Good, on yourself?
Good, good. I mean, obviously, I hope everyone had a great Christmas. If you can remember it, you know, me and Tom might have had a few drinks, you know, but you know, we we'll move on. We'll move on. But I mean, Tom, we were talking about before we went live. Pele passed away, but obviously not the greatest not to start on, but Pele, I mean, obviously
one of the greatest players of all time. Not Shane passed away. Obviously, it's rest in peace. It's awful.
Yeah, obviously we didn't really get to watch him play because we weren't even born or we were young. But yeah, I mean, of what we've seen or heard of him and Maradona were definitely
basically
the main
like
guys.
Days Ronaldo and Messi, like Ronaldo Messi did it back then.
That's it. So yeah, I mean, rest in peace to Pele, and I mean, another legend gone. So I mean, I think Ronaldo and Messi now, you know, they're the next best thing. Well, who's going to be after Messi and Ronaldo and Haaland and Mbappe?
Yeah, it's Haaland and Mbappe. Two of them, like, they're really good players. Like,
oh yeah,
unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Rahul RIP legend. Yeah. I mean, Tom, last preview of the year. I mean, before we get stuck into it, the United Way this year has been great. Honestly,
I mean, I felt absolutely honoured to be a part of it. Like, you know, obviously joined obviously in March, early enough. It was the day before the Spurs game when we beat them. Ronaldo got hat trick.
Yes, yeah. Good memory. Good memory.
Sorry, what's that?
Good memory, that.
Yeah, no, sure. You don't forget things like these. No, it's been absolutely amazing. You know, I've absolutely loved every second of them on this year, and I hope next year can only be better. Obviously, this year has been great. It's a great process. Obviously, great laughs, great everything. Really, you know, it's been a good year for the child, and only way up is forward, and we're making a good process. And I'm only more than happy to be here for the rest of our success and our glory days that are coming.
Well said, Tom. Well said. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a bigger and better year for us all, not just the United Way, but for me, you, all our fans, everyone basically. But I mean, obviously we have the Wolves game tomorrow. Oh, not tomorrow, sorry, Saturday. See, this is what happens when you do the preview 2 days before the game. the Wolves game on Saturday, 12:30 p.m. kickoff. So nice and early. So just make sure we're all up early for that because Christmas makes you lazy. So it's made me lazy. I don't know about you, but I mean, obviously we had the Forest game on Tuesday.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Obviously we didn't do it.
No, it's really good. You know what I mean? Obviously, I know I'm going to bring him up, even though I don't. With Ronaldo, obviously, some people think with Ronaldo leaving, that's going to set us back. No, honestly, we clearly shown that we can move on and we can make good progress. And I know for the first that exactly the most difficult teams, but we were great. You know, Anthony wasn't the best, but you know, it's his first game back. Let's go easy. He's a young player, big front three, pressure. You know, I wouldn't go too hard on him just yet. You know, it wasn't his best game, but you got to be patient with these players. I thought Casemiro. Exactly.
I want to get onto him after I talk about something else that might have pissed a few United fans off that night. A certain Liverpool player, new Liverpool player, Cody Gakpo.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
shame we lost that one, but we have to move on. Simple as, you know what I mean. Yeah. Like sometimes that's going to happen in football. So you want to go for a player, then your rivals just snatch him out of nowhere. Honestly, just move on, or just no reaction. Honestly, it's a shame. He's a good player, but we'll be fine. Honestly, we'll be fine.
Now, this is the time where we hope he flops for Liverpool.
Yeah, no, obviously we hope he flops, but he's a good player. We can't lie.
Yeah.
Very good World Cup. He's been pretty good for PSV for their noise. He's a good player now. I mean, but honestly, just go for someone new. Honestly, that there's someone new that would be better than him. That we just go for. Honestly, don't be too upset that we get him.
And it just goes to show if you have Champions League football, you can snatch up a player quicker and lightning.
I think we still snatch them up because I do think that the pros we made this year is unbelievable. You know what I mean? We're pushing for a top 4 spot. I mean, we're certainly on the right track to get the top 4 spot, I think. No, I think we certainly still attract good players. We're making good progress. We have been since Tana came in. So I know I get where you're coming from. This Champions League football certainly is a bit much better help. But no, we still attract good players. Not certainly.
Well, then insane that we got Casemiro who won Champions League football and he's playing the Europa League. So.
Well, no, he even knew. Even when he saw us lose 4 to Brentford, he was still like, "I want to go to this game. I want to help them change."
Yeah.
I do see us. I mean, with a new manager and when you're in the right process, you can attract good players. I mean, it was the same with even Liverpool a few years. Remember when Jurgen Klopp first came in, he was a bit sloppy. I mean, they were finishing top 4 just about, but they had a sloppy defense. They still attracted Van Dijk, Salah, Mane, Alisson, Fabinho. I could go on. Some of the players that they attracted were amazing, and look where they are now.
Yeah, and
this season they've been a bit sloppy. But overall, the process they made the last 4 or 5 years, exceptional. 3 Champions League finals.
Yeah, I mean, as much as it hasn't been Liverpool's season, you wouldn't be confident coming up against them.
Oh no, they're still a good team. No, I mean they're still a good team. If after a big long World Cup break, they could turn around. I mean,
that's it.
Oh no, obviously you wouldn't write them off as the easy win, but you wouldn't be as scared as you would be if you were playing them, say, last season or a few seasons beforehand. It's certainly they're certainly a very good team. You can't take that away from them. They lost to City, but that's Man City though. They still gave a good fight. And who should they be? Stephen say. Who was it again?
Aston Villa.
Yeah, they bet Villa 3-0, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have Leicester tomorrow or Saturday, who they'll probably beat them as well. I think Newcastle wiped the floor with them 3-0. But I mean, Rahul says Gakpo deal was proof that money is everything nowadays. We need someone who is loaded over someone who just has love for the club. I mean, the Glazers, they have money, just don't want to spend it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, David Ornstein came with yesterday. Watch the space because the takeover is close. I don't know. I mean, I was saying something today that the January window is going to be the Glazers' last ever window. Can you see it be? I mean, I want to talk about the match, but can you see this January window being a good window, a bad window?
it's really hard to say. I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm certain like it could be a good window, but then it could also be a bad window. Like, I mean, I know over linked with John Felix on loan. That's a good sign. That more depth to the attack and he can play across the front line. John Felix is certainly for a loan. That's a good clever move. I think. There's obviously some other players we're probably linked with that we might go for, like this Enzo Fernandez.
It's too much.
I like him. He's a good player. I think he would fit the system well. I do think he'd be a clever move as well. But João Felix on loan does seem a good move to me. Like he's a decent player. Play across the front line. Good. We need more depth in the attack.
Oh yeah.
João Felix low. I would say absolutely 100% go for João Felix alone.
And Martial's too injury prone. You can't rely on him all the time.
Yeah, and no, exactly. It's true. I mean, you see Martial scored Tuesday, and like pretty good game overall. Like, but like how long until he gets injured again? God only knows. Like,
yeah, I mean, and Rashford's he kind of went striker when Garnacho came on.
Yeah, even Rashford as well. Like, Rashford's a good player. He's getting more goals. He's improving. Like, but is Rashford the man to take you to like forward? Like, I mean, no, like he will be with time. Like, but he needs to put good players around him to improve him. That's it. He's improving. No, Rashford's improved massively this season. He's looking so much sharper and better. Like, I mean, no, I'm impressed by him. He's really stepping up. Like, but like he's got a bit to go, but he's certainly on the right track. Like, he's certainly making good progress, which I think he's going to improve on as time goes on. Like, and he'll just get better and better.
Do you reckon he's proved many people wrong?
Yeah. I mean, he's proven them. Obviously, like as I said, he's not there yet, but like no, he certainly is. Like, I mean, lots of people after last season, one very bad season last season, obviously, like because of the whole situation where he was back from 2 injuries. He was playing. He didn't look motivated at all. He wasn't playing too good. Like he couldn't find his feet really. And then Tana came in. He was working hard over the summer when lots of players were like on a holiday. Like, so you got to give him credit for that. He knew he needs to improve, and honestly, he's proven to me and most fans that he can do that. Because he's a good player. Like, he's always a good player. Just one bad season and lots of people write him off. But like, look what he's doing now. Like, he's shown I'm not finished. Like, that last season wasn't me.
Yeah, especially for England as well. Brilliant.
Yeah, for England. Yeah, I mean, he was one of their best players. Like, I mean, the free kick against Wales, but scored against Iran as well. Scored against Wales. Oh no, Rashford had a good World Cup. Obviously, 3 World Cup goals. Like, I mean, he's got more World Cup goals in a single World Cup tournament than some strikers or players will have ever in the World Cup. Like,
I mean, he's still going to be pretty young when the next World Cup comes about as well. Like, he won't be.
Yeah, I mean, he's only like 25, I think. No, he's grand. Honestly, like he's got a lot of time ahead of him.
Definitely has another 2 or 3 World Cups left on him.
2 definitely. I mean, World Cup there 4 years. He was 29 from next one. No, I'd say he's got another. No, actually, yeah, no, 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah.
Unless he does a Ronaldo on it. Goes. Unless, I'm not sure Ronaldo's going to go to the next World Cup, but you don't know what Ronaldo these days in football, do you?
Yeah, like Ronaldo obviously will try his best to try and get one more World Cup in him, like, but the age he's becoming and the lack of he's obviously not getting any better. Like, he'd be hoping for a miracle if he wants to be. I don't know, like, even if you bring to a World Cup, he's just a waste of space on the bench. Like, you're not really going to bring him on that much. Like,
no.
Because next World Cup Ronaldo's going to be like 41, I think. Like. Like, maybe you'd bring him on if you were losing and maybe he'd be a good target man, but other than that, he will be an absolute nuisance.
Yeah, but when you get called up, like you have Ramos, Felix,
he'd only get called up because of reputation, like just because he's Ronaldo, he'd get called up. Like, if that was any other random player playing like him, they would not get called up. But unless there was a bad injury crisis, they would not get called up. Because he's Ronaldo, he has a chance to get called up. Like, he should not be having a chance to get called up. Because he scored 3 goals all season.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, I mean, who are they against?
I could do that. I'm sorry, I could score 3 goals in a season. Will I get called up? Well,
I think one was against. Who was one against?
No, Everton. And it was against Sheriff.
Sheriff, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, it was Sheriff. Yeah, he scored twice against Sheriff, and he scored once against Everton.
Yeah. Rahul said here about obviously the January window. When I said, "Do you reckon it'd be a good one?" He says, "No way, it can be a good window. I cannot see us signing anyone and announcing contract extensions as new signings." Well, I mean, we're not going to sign players. We're more going to loan players. That's, I think, because that's the main target, loan players, which is a bit stupid. But unless they have something bigger down the line that they want to go for in the summer, like obviously Gakpo's gone, Osimhen, Jonathan David. I don't know why Mbappe's going around all the time. Like, get away from me. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're a Man United fan, John, and you're posting up, let's go for Mbappe. Like, come on, like, he's going to go to the Real Madrids or the Barcelonas or Liverpool or City. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to come to a team that's in the Europa League in January, and we don't have enough money for him unless we get owners that have every bit of money in the world. But then that's just like playing FIFA. You know what I mean? You can't be doing that.
Take over FIFA.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, we have Wolves tomorrow. I mean, their forms. I mean, they beat Everton there 2-1. I think 8-0 or something, like whatever his name was. Got the winner. Can you see Wolves doing something, or what's the story? I mean, the Molineux, it's not an easy place to go.
Well, there's a new manager. I mean, he used to manage Spain and Real Madrid and Sevilla. Like, he's not a bad manager, but like Wolves, end of the day, like they did win. Like, Steven said, but it was Everton. Like, Everton, they're not exactly the most amazing team now. No, obviously they're not going to be a walk in the park. We certainly, it's not going to be like an easy, like a very easy game. Like, but I don't see us struggling too much because we're on good form. They've won one game, like, but like, I'm not saying there's always a chance they could surprise us. Like, but to be honest, I wouldn't be too. I'm not too like scared about them. Like, I mean, they have a very aging team. There's some good players here and there. Like, well, I wouldn't be like scared as team. I wouldn't be like, I'd kind of. Like, you'd look at that and say, we can beat that. Like, because we can. We have a good team. We can beat that. We're key players come back from injury. Like, you know, I mean, players on good form, like, bit of consistency running. No, I think we can beat these lot. Obviously, I wouldn't be too scared of, like, Wolves. I'm not scared of them.
When they had a Nuno, they were a bit of a threat. But, I mean, Everton's not really a team that you'd look at and say, oh, do you beat Everton? You know, even Everton are having... They're shit as well. So
yeah, they're not great. Like, I mean, Lampard ball it's like that. How do I put Lampard ball? It's just you don't want to watch it. Like, say, it's like your friends hype you up to watch some television show, and you're like, yeah, cool, I want to watch it. Then you watch it, it's most boring thing ever. You fall asleep halfway through it, and you just wasted your time. Like it. Yeah, Lampard ball is not exactly a fun thing.
Yeah. No, that's it. Sorry about that one, Tom. I was listening to you.
It's fine.
Yeah, I was listening to you though, because I mean, I was speaking facts, Tom. So I can't keep up. But I mean, last time we played them the 3rd of January last year at Old Trafford. Remember, Phil Jones played. We lost 1-0. Martinho got the goal, but I mean, I'm just looking at here the away fixtures. We beat them twice away.
We won it last year when a certain someone who's not going to be named scores. I think you know who I'm on about.
Yeah, and then we played them.
Then before that, we won 2-1. Alanga and Mata scored a penalty.
Jesus, Tom.
No, and then before that, we bet them 1-0 that season where Rash scored a last-minute winner against them. And then before that, it was.
If you get this one right, I'm done.
Yeah, no, but the one it was it was like the early February. I'm not sure it was like the first one, but it was 1st, 2nd February. We drew them. And then we played against them away in August of 2019. We drew 1-1. Martial scored.
We're still going.
Yeah, no, we're still going. I'll go until even the season before that. Then we played them in the FA Cup. No, we played them in the Premier League before that. The last game we played Premier League in April. We lost 2-1. McTominay scored for us, and for them it was Diogo Jota, and then someone got an own goal. It was Chris.
Oh my God! Yeah.
and then we beat them 2 in the FA Cup a month before. No, they beat us 2 in the FA Cup a month before that. Jimenez and Joe who scored, and for us it was Rashford. And then we played them at home in 2018. We drew 1-1. Fred scored and Matinho, I think.
Yeah.
Take that.
No, and then we didn't play them then in the Premier League since 2012 away. But if you forget it, I was actually gonna say I said I'm not expecting to get this, but if you can you get the one?
I'll try to remember the scores. I'll try to remember who scored.
That's 2012, so
I
just think of the Fergie team.
Yeah, Johnny Evans scored.
Yeah.
Danny Welbeck scored.
Yeah.
Antonio Valencia scored.
Yeah.
And then Harvey Hernandez scored twice.
Yeah. Tom, get away. Go. See that? If you ever said Tom doesn't have ball knowledge,
get out.
Go. Yeah, just get in the bit. Anyway. Yeah, I mean we played them after that at Old Trafford. I don't think you get that. If you do,
I'll be honest. I probably don't. I'll try guess, but I'll try think.
It was high score.
Was it 4-1? No way! Oh my god!
Yeah, so I mean, I was actually gonna name them out, but Tom basically did it for me without having a phone in his hand. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if Tom is really not a fan, I mean that explains it. That's why he's won the last 2 quizzes. I think you have to get one of them done though. Quiz. I need to compete.
Quiz,
yeah.
Leo, Raul, and Ryan. You know.
Oh yeah. You're going for everyone. You have. If you beat me, you'd have to go for one of the fans or something like that.
Yeah. If I can, one of us fans watching, just.
Yeah, just hit Tom up on Instagram and we get a sort or whatever. But we do. I'm going to shout out the head-to-head. We played 16 times. Wolves beat us 4 times, and we beat them 9 times. 3 draws, home wins for Wolves, 3, 5 home wins for United. Wolves have had 1 away win, and Man United have had 4 away wins. So we've won more home games, away games, and we've won with our big boys in the head-to-head. But I mean, yeah, I'm just looking at Wolves' form guide here. They lost 4-0 against Leicester. They drew 1-1 against Brentford. They lost 3-2 against Brighton. Arsenal beat them 2-0. Everton beat them 2-1. Manchester United's last 5 drew against Chelsea 1-1. We beat West Ham 1-0. We lost against Aston Villa 3-1. Beat Fulham 2-1, and then we beat Nottingham Forest 3-0. So we've been a better team. They're 18th, we're 5th. Yeah, I mean, Tom, it is the Molyneux. It's not an easy place to go. You know what I mean? I think Arsenal beat them 2-3-0 as well. The last 2-0. Yeah, I just named it out there. Yeah. If, right? I mean, it could happen. I could look back at this come Saturday afternoon like shit. Could Wolves beat us? Like, would Manchester United have to be like, last year style to make Wolves beat us?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think they will. Like, unless we just get real lucky and we just get, I don't know, just like it all just does not work out, or unless they just catch us on a bad day, or unless they just somehow just tactically absolutely play us off the park, I don't think we'll struggle. Like, I mean, I know obviously they have home advantage. Obviously, the Molyneux, like, it'd be the fans be at above the Badger because it's the Badger's first game there. Like, but not to be honest, like, I'd be really surprised if they beat us. I do think we'll beat them.
Yeah.
Like, obviously there's a small chance, but no, I'm not saying it would be fun.
Yeah, it wouldn't be, but like, you wouldn't look at it saying, "Oh, I mean, listen, they have Jimenez, they have Diego Costa." Not sure whether he's the same Diego Costa that was at Chelsea.
Oh
no. I mean, him and Lisandro Martinez coming up against each other. Whoa, like that, like, get the popcorn out, get the boxing gloves, headgear out, because that's going to be hot. I mean, Martinez is back, so he has to start. don't tell me you're going to start Maguire or Lindelof. Lindelof's all right, but Maguire. I'm sorry, Maguire. No. Tom. What's the main battle you're looking forward to? You know what I mean? If you look at top of the pitch, bottom of the pitch.
I suppose.
There is one that I'm looking forward to, and that's if he starts Luke Shaw and Traore. That's going to be a pace. Obviously, Traore will win, but Shaw's form has improved. But what do you think is what's the battles you're looking forward to seeing?
In a way, I'm looking to see how Max Kilman does the centre back. Because I've always thought he's actually been an okay player. And I'm wondering him against Rashford or Martial, whoever's up top. I'll see that. Yeah, Traore and Shaw, that's another one. Other than pace, Traore, he's got a bit of strength as well. But I don't think Traore is that amazing.
Yeah.
What other one is there? I guess
hopefully this isn't clipped and he scores about 5 goals against us.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Nah, that's fine. But and I suppose Martinez against Costa, that's another 1-2 hot heads.
That's if he starts though.
If he starts, yeah.
Costa or Martinez.
Other than that, say we'll be fine.
What's that? I think Leo predicted him to be relegated. Now it's a bit seriously, he could be right. You know what I mean? He could be right.
Yeah, they were struck. They hadn't won a game. They only won 1 or 2 games all season. They hadn't won a game since April. Bruno
Lage was our last manager.
Yeah, he got sacked from October, I think. No, but
yeah.
He was
They shouldn't have got rid of Nuno Espirito Santo. He was good. I actually thought he was.
I think he resigned. I don't think he actually got sacked. I think he just wants to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But he went to Tottenham and then got sacked, and you think he's managing a foreign club now. So
I think he actually is. Yeah.
Norwich sacked Dean Smith, so unless he goes back to Manchester, no one knows. But Rahil says, don't think Wolves will cost us any points, but we have to earn it. And Wolves will give us a hard game for sure.
Oh, absolutely. They'll give us a difficult enough game, but I would say we'll be fine. I don't really think we're going to.
Yeah, what did you usually go with? 5 at the back, 2 in the midfield, usually, and 3 up top. I think that is. I'll have a look at that last game here, and then we'll jump into score predictions and whatnot. Hold on, Wolves last. I want to see that kind of. What did he go with last game? Usually go with a 5-2-3, unless they've changed. Wolves. If anyone watching, just let us know if you do know what bloody system do Wolves usually go with.
I think they go 5 at the back. We think they go stars there.
No, you're right. You have Nathan Collins. Irish lad. He's actually a good defender, him, to be fair. But how will he fare against Martial? Or what's this?
The worst I remember him doing this season is just getting against an offer tackle Jack Grealish.
Yeah, he went with a 4-3-3 against Everton, but that could change. Yeah, we should be.
The new manager, to be fair, that might change. Yeah, because the new manager actually. So I just remembered that the new manager's there, so he might
There is one player though that I'd love him at United. Ruben Neves. He always seems to play well against us. I don't know what it is, but
he's
Ruben Neves.
He's a big game player. Though. I've seen him most big games he's played, and I've seen he's been pretty good. He's that type of player. He's not bad at all.
Yeah. No, I'd love him at United, Tom. Don't know about you, but Neves at United.
He'd be good, yeah. Probably... with Eriksen and Casemiro, though, I do think our midfield is looking good. But they're getting a bit old, and Neves is 25. He's not. Neves is going through his left.
He doesn't look 25. He looks like he's in his 30s.
He doesn't look 25 at all.
Yeah, he looks like he's in
Benjamin Button. But no, he's I think he'd be a good move to make after maybe a year or two.
Yeah, he literally looks like he's in his 30s. Makes no sense whatsoever. But I'm going to go through a few insights, Tom. They usually never have great insights, but since we're here, and then we will go into our score predictions and all that. And anyways, none of us will probably have negative predictions, but Wolves have won their last Premier League. Wolves won their last Premier League meeting. Manchester United won their at Old Trafford in January. Their last won consecutive league games against them between September 1979 and August 1980. Manchester United have won their last two Premier League away games against Wolves, winning in May and August in 2021. But they've never won three consecutive league visits to the Molineux before. After netting 9 goals in two meetings, I mean, Tom, your ball knowledge between Man United and Wolves seems to be great. You could probably tell me this yourself. But no, with Wolves in the 2011-12 Premier League campaign, Manchester United have netted just 9 goals in the last 11 meetings with Wolves in all competitions. Wolves have lost just one of their last 9 league games played on New Year's Eve, though it was in their last back in 2016 when they beat QPR 2-1. And also Manchester United haven't lost their last game in any of their last 10 calendar years, winning 7, drawing 3 since a 3-2 defeat to Blackburn. In 2011, that loss was also their only Premier League defeat on New Year's Eve. Right, Tom, I'm going to get your predicted 11, sorry.
So in goal, I'd say David De Gea. And then left back, I think Shaw would be put back to left back. And two centre backs, I think Martinez will be put in there. I think he'll probably want to start. He'll be pretty happy after winning the World Cup. Yeah, I think he'll put and I'll be Varane next to him. And then I think Wan-Bissaka will be playing to get it right back. He's been up solid enough. I'll give him that the last few games. He's not been too bad. And then CDMs or midfielders like Casemiro and Eriksen. Two of them then score very well together. And then on the left, I'd say it'd probably be Rashford. And then Bruno or Cam. I think Anthony will play again on the right, and then it will be Anthony Martial striker.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go 4-2-3. I'm probably going to be the same team as yours, Tom. They in goals. I think you have to play Luke Shaw left back, especially if Adama Traore starts.
Yeah.
Because if it's Malacia against Traore, that's if Traore starts. But if he comes on, he's just going to tear Malacia to shreds. So, but then in fairness, Malacia did do a good job against Salah when we played them at Old Trafford. So, it could be that.
I did a good job against him. Against Saka, kind of like. Well, I mean, Saka did score, but he was solid enough, like.
Yeah. Centre backs, I'm going to go with our World Cup duo. Varane, Martinez. Right back, Wan-Bissaka. I haven't heard about Deloya, so I don't think he's going to be back. Midfield, Casemiro. Casemiro has to start. Do you reckon, right, he is the best? Now, take boys out of this because people are going to be like, whatever your answer is, they're probably going to throw boys in. Take the boys down because there's Rodri, Fabinho, and, whatever. Is Casemiro the best midfielder, central defensive midfielder in the Prem?
I think so because he's won 5 Champions Leagues. He's won multiple leagues. He's El Clasico. I have never seen him play a Clasico where he was poor. Well, there's a few where Real Madrid were poor, but he's a big game player. He's won 5 Champions Leagues. He's an absolute anchor in that midfield. Every time I see this guy, he's never disappointed me. I've never seen this guy play a game where I thought he was poor. He's consistent. He's got good consistency. And I think this guy, I think he's best player in the Premier League. I do think this guy's best player in the Premier League.
I agree. So yeah, Casemiro, Eriksen, Rashford on the left, Anthony on the right, Bruno, Cam, and Martial up top. I think you said that as well, did you, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, same team. Should have said same team. And also, Tom, I'll make sure I finished on what I want to talk about. Yeah, right. What is, think of this one, right? Actually, no, I'll get your score predictions first. Who's going to finish the year stronger? And then I'll ask you what I was going to ask. So, score predictions.
I think it's going to be 3-1 Man United. I think Eriksen's going to score, and I think it's going to be Eriksen, Rashford, Martial. And for Wolves, I'd say it'll probably be Podence.
Yeah. No, that's not a bad score prediction. Positive. Jesus, come on. So 3-1 United. Ericsson, Rashford, Martial, and Podence, yeah?
Yeah.
Not as positive as yours, Tom, but it's same. I'm predicting United to win by 2 goals. I'm going to go 2-0 United, Rashford and Martial to get the goals. So, positive prediction. I don't care who's right, just once we get the win, honestly. That's it. Every goal counts and all that. Right, Tom, now I was going to ask you, your favourite Man United moment in 2022. So when you look back at this year,
that's a good question.
It could be Ten Hag, anything. Like, it could be from the start of January to again. I don't see you gonna get a favourite moment against Wolves.
But yeah, maybe not. I suppose in a way, I has to be Ten Hag. I think the impact this guy's had, like, the way the squad's going, we're constantly improving. So the players, some of them are improving so much, like Dalot, Rashford, Shaw. There's a few others as well. Like, these players are certainly improving a lot. And, like, I think with Ten Hag, they're only going to get better and better. And I think, like, we're desperate for great things. And Ten Hag's been absolutely brilliant. He did with Ronaldo perfectly. He's a manager with balls. This guy, absolutely loving the bits. Yeah, it has to be Ten Hag for me. It has to be Ten Hag.
And can I have any particular game you'd look at? I think I know which game you're going to say. I could be wrong. What?
Game of the year, like.
Yeah, that's what you're going to go for. Yeah.
Let me think about that one now just for a second.
I mean, if you want, I'll give my answer.
Yeah, you go first, actually. Yeah.
When we beat Liverpool 2-1 at Old Trafford. That was special.
That was a good one. It was.
I think that's where it all started with the good. That's where the Ten Hag era started.
Yeah, I have another one as well. I'm not sure. Like, I kind of will join it first with the Liverpool one, the Arsenal one.
Yeah.
Anthony's debut, Rashford scoring into a brace, like that game. Like, we're still the only team Premier League to have beaten Arsenal.
Have they not lost a game since then? Like, in the Premier, obviously.
They lost to PSV. They lost in the Europa League to PSV, but in the Premier League, they lost to us.
It's not bad.
Yeah, and, like, I like the way, because, like, Arsenal were dominant for most of the game. We catch them on a break with good pass and play and get the goal with Anthony. Then they press for a while and just pressure us, and then Saka scores. Then we go on the break twice. Rashford scores twice. Played the game really well. It was an amazing game, honestly. It was probably the best games this year.
I think I know. Sorry, go on.
No, but that game was just so fantastic. Like, lots of Man U fans weren't too, like, we had one of the last 3 games. Like, no, we did win them. Like, but you saw Arsenal how good they were, and you're thinking. I think I
know someone else who would agree with you as well.
Ryan.
Yeah, because he was obviously there.
He was in the flesh watching that game. No, he definitely. I mean, being in the audience for that game would be like a dream come true. Like anything.
And then he's gone to the Emirates when we played them away there. I think it's a week before, a week after we play City. So again, Emirates ain't an easy place to go to. But you know what we'll do, right? We'll have a top 3, right? Top 3 2022 Man United moments. Football games was make it harder for ourselves. Why don't we?
Well, with games like, can I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I'll go with the Liverpool one first and the Arsenal one second. Third is what I'm going to have to think of, and I
agree with you on that one as well.
You might be surprised which one I'm going to go with. I think the 2-0 win against Spurs is going to go third.
That was a good game, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but the fact we just looked so controlled, we absolutely bossed that game, and it wasn't even a second where you looked nervous or you're thinking, geez, we got away with that one, or like we could lose here. We looked so confident, controlled. We looked composed for days. Like, honestly, that game, I was really amazed by how just like amazing we were. Like, and the thing Spurs are above us in the league, you'd be shocked. You'd think that was some like relegation team. We just schooled.
Only a point in the difference.
Yeah, like 1 point difference, and they're still a bit shaky, and we're getting consistency together. So I'll tell you what, come maybe a few months, we'll see where the table's at.
Top 4 could happen.
Those are my top 3 games this year.
I agree with you. You basically just took it all off me, yeah. Yeah. And then I reckon if I asked every fan that watches us on that their favourite United Way moment, they'd probably say after the Chelsea game when it was 1-1, I mean you and Ryan. Yeah, you
Oh, it
honestly
has to be that. Not just, I just would not stop laughing.
that's my favourite moment on this
Yeah, I
channel
mean,
this year.
honorable mentions, what your celebrations against Liverpool, that though, and Arsenal, can't
Yeah.
forget that.
And then
There's another
Chelsea as well. When I just
Chelsea
went
was
ape
so
shit.
Oh,
As
and
usual.
how can we forget Michael's phone ringing during the middle of the Oak?
Yeah,
And,
not
and,
really.
and his audio problem.
Yeah, I actually did a little thing the other day and threw it up on the Instagram of
I
all
think
of
I saw
us.
that, yeah. I think I
I'll
saw
throw it
that.
up again New Year's
Yeah.
Eve, New Year's Day. But I mean, Tom, legend as always. It was a very good stream, so got through a lot, talked about a lot. So thanks for joining me as always.
That was an honor.
And there will be a watch along. I know early kickoff. I know I'm being grateful to you. So there will be a watch along. There wasn't a watch along for the first game because I'm just gonna be honest, I was just bollocks, you know what I mean? So as you expect,
It is time for Christmas now. You can't go harsh.
yeah, but I'm coming back to myself now. But I mean, again, if I don't see people watching for the game if I don't see the people who watch today for the watch on Saturday, have a happy new year. Tom, I'll talk to you before then. If I don't see it, I'll text you before then. So we'll be in contact before the new year anyway, me and you, Tom. But I mean, yeah, I mean, Tom, anything you want to add? Anything? Not just about the match, just to the people watching or whatever.
Thanks for supporting us for the whole year. Happy New Year. Hope you all. I know, see, it's not New Year's Day, obviously, but your Happy New Year. Thanks for supporting us, and I hope next year you could be all with us, and we can, as we improve, obviously, and just thanks for the great year, and hopefully next year can be even better.
And that's the best way to end the show. Well done. And yeah, what Tom said. And we'll be even bigger and better in 2023. So yeah. Thanks everybody for watching. Enjoy the rest of your year. Enjoy the rest of your night. And we'll speak to you all on Saturday. Have a good one. Peace.